Right.
So who sat on the bus?
Rosa Parks.
And so then what did Rosa Parks have?
Well, she had a bad, what is it? She had a bad case of laryngitis when she was young. Was it laryngitis? No, tonsillitis?
Yeah.
Tonsillitis.
Tonsillitis. Yeah.
Okay.
And so then who else? Yeah, so who was about to vote?
Well, women are allowed to vote. Well, once upon a time, women could not vote.
Why? Why?
Maybe it wasn't considered women's work to know politics and the way of the world. Women had other priorities with the house and home and children and husbands and, join a social committee and pick flowers or something. Vote. Why would you vote? Now women fought and then women vote.
Okay. Come on. So who was riding a horse?
Who didn't ride a horse? A lot of people rode horses.
But who was a statue?
Oh, Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln statue? Yeah.
So tell me more about Abraham Lincoln.
Well, he was a very tall man with dark circles under his eyes, more so than what I have. And there are rumors, but I won't say them. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there, was I? I was not there. Needless to say, he was born in like a little cabin, like a log cabin or something. Like really primitive. No lights or water, because that's not what you had. You had a wood burning stove and all that. Poverty, hard times, great. And then at some point, now I don't remember what they told me about his education. I don't know. I had this whole beautiful Lincoln book. I don't have it anymore. I need to rectify that. And he became a politician, and he ran for office. And ultimately, what is it? He's on the penny, and then he's on. See, I had money in my wallet. Now I am not, because you needed food. Isn't he on like the $5 bill? Okay. And so him and his wife, Mary Todd Lincoln, they had children, but because of the times that it was, not all the children survived. I don't know. It's what happens. Infant mortality or child mortality. So they had like a couple of kids. That's no direct descendants, because I've looked this up, no direct descendants of Abraham Lincoln. Like, they're not a direct as in, Abraham and Mary Todd and their child gets married and it's their child. Nothing like that. I think there's like distant cousins or something like that. But needless to say, Abraham Lincoln, he is credited with the abolition of slavery. And there's some controversy about that, and I won't get into that. But ultimately, he was a marked man. And the guy, Booth, John Wilkes Booth, went on ahead and he was an actor. I don't know, stay in your lane and stay on the stage, but he decided he wasn't going to do that in a state of, I don't know, political protest or what. I don't even remember what motivated it. Needless to say, John Wilkes Booth went while Mary Todd and Abraham were in the theater and went on ahead and fired a mortally wounded Abraham Lincoln. And hospitals, what hospital? Medical science was not as it is now. And I don't even remember, he was shot in the head somewhere. I'm not remembering exactly where.
I think it was like the head.
Well, and then that's not, it wasn't survivable. But they took him home and he clung to life for a period of time. Like he was barely alive. I don't know how. And then the guy, John Wilkes Booth, he escaped. He broke his leg. And what happened to John Wilkes Booth? And with a broken leg, if you get a broken leg, the infection could set in and kill you. But I don't remember what happened. He's fakakta. Needless to say, Abraham Lincoln died. And Mary Todd Lincoln, she lived for a time, but I believe, is that how she died of syphilis? And then her children, like, I think the one that, he didn't have his own children. It was 1800 and who knows. They just didn't, it didn't happen for him. So, and look, nothing, and it's if you look at the old, you look at some Wikipedia, look online, start nerding out on like Lincoln and all that, you will find this, sorry to say, completely unfortunate, because he took after his mother. He looked like his mom, and that was not a good thing. No. The son of Lincoln and Mary Todd looked like his mother. I shouldn't have said that, but I said what I said. I don't know, your dad was tall and lanky like this, your mother was not that, and then he was born not that. It was just... So that's all I have to say about Abraham Lincoln. Don't ask me this stupid question again. Don't ask me this again. No, I'm done. I don't try to put it there.
How's his horse? It's his horse is so long.
His horse was not in the theater with people. They probably went to the theater in like a stagecoach or something like that. Mm-hmm. The horse was not here in Lincoln City. Mm-hmm. Somebody made the choice to erect a statue of Abraham Lincoln on a horse. But it wasn't, whatever. But the horse had nothing to do with it. I don't know why she did that, but that's what she did. She made a statue. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, that's that. Mm-hmm. I won't talk about it more.
So, okay, so who,
what?
Okay, so what happened in 1985?
I don't know. I was 9.
No. Yeah. Yeah. What happened in 1985?
I turned 9 in 1985. But what did I do? I don't want to remember. My childhood was beset with one single act of, well, my childhood was one single act of violence and trauma, which yielded immediate loss and profound grief. And thank you. And for that reason, I connect with like movies and toys and cartoons and music of the time period, but in small doses, because I remember like the emotions up to a certain point. It's too much. It's like, even if it's a happy thing, it was too much. There was just too much. So like in 1985, okay, I turned 9. And I guess that meant I was in finishing out 3rd and then going into 4th grade. But, that might have been the year that, like, I started eating vanilla ice cream and table syrup. Not maple syrup, but table syrup, which is like corn syrup with caramel color and artificial flavor to make it taste like maple. Anyway, I got like I put on some weight. And I remember going and putting on shorts for like gym class. And one of my classmates, and I won't name the person, but I remember it was a very sweet moment in that my classmate put the little hand on my little jiggly thigh and said, "You've gained weight, but I still like you anyway."
Aww.
That's okay, because I gained some weight.
That's so sweet.
But then I got braces the next year, and then so much mouth pain, I couldn't eat, so I lost a lot of weight. So there you go. I put on weight and lost it quickly. I don't talk about that, Mom. Are you still filming this? You didn't record any of that? I need to get home.
I'm recording, okay?
I need to go home.
But what if one more question?
What is the question?
Okay. No, wait. Okay, so I did 11 in 1980. No, 1986.
1982. I turned 6 years old. I don't want to remember.
Who invented libraries?
That's going back to ancient Greece, probably.
Whoa.
So, Biblos, Plato, and all those people. I'm not. That's so far beyond Biblio.
Who invented cars? 1985.
Right. No, the Wright brothers were airplanes. Model T. Ford? Did Ford invent the automobile, I believe? And it was like a roadster type thing. And it was glorious. It ran because it's a horse. You know, it's a horse. Horse engine with the power drive. I said, like a cheetah that goes into mine. I said, take it with your terror side. And I said, steady as it comes, right down to it. Okay, I was just singing to her animals. No, it's a car. It's a horse. The horsepower just. Okay, I don't remember.
So what did Amelia Earhart do?
She flew a woman pilot back when planes were planes, but they weren't a commercial. It was a little, in little, and she wanted to be the first woman to go around the world, and she went places. She did, when people thought she shouldn't have done that, but she did that. And then she disappeared. Or was she disappeared? It was a conspiracy? I don't know. But we're looking what happened to Amelia Earhart. And they think, we think we saw her over there. Maybe not. But then they think, let me look that up, because didn't they find wreckage or botched? She may have even been disappeared. I don't know. Do your own critical thinking.
Who invented schools?
Oh, there's always been a school. There's always been a school to some capacity.
Who invented ice cream?
Ice cream?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Or wasn't it somebody? Because Black History Month is ticking to a close. We are attributed to peanut butter. Did we do ice cream too? I don't remember. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it was on accident.
Okay. Okay. How come nobody liked? No. Yeah. How come nobody liked Rosa Parks?
How come nobody liked Rosa Parks?
Or everybody liked her? I don't know.
She was a good, kind, fair woman. But she was a black woman of that time. So she was probably well loved and liked in black community. But out in the world, the race relations were as they were. So, there was like always a separation, a distance. I mean, I don't remember now where she had worked, but I'm sure her employer, that distance, you're not, so she was tired, she was getting off the bus, so she sat there. And then that was an extreme act of political protest. And for that, she was arrested.
Why was she arrested?
You weren't supposed to just sit down and rest. Like the concept has always been those people of a certain look, color, build, whatever. They just work them until they can't. They don't have feelings. They don't feel tired. So, you've worked 23 hours. Just get on up and keep going. So that's, and she said, nope, not today. So, the beauty part is, she lived until a ripe old age, like 80s or 90s or something like that. Yeah. So it turned out in the end, but I imagine the aftermath was quite uncertain and terrifying for her because she took a stand. And anytime you take a stand, you face consequences, and you don't know in the moment what those consequences are.
Okay. What did you do when you were an adult? Where did you go to school when you were a kid? No, when you were a teenager.
I was in Los Angeles. I went to Immaculate Heart High School in Los Angeles. And it was awesome. And if Immaculate Heart still had the boarding school, and if you could do it and I can do it, sayonara. I would send you, I would send you, if Immaculate Heart still had a boarding school, I would fight tooth and nail to get you there. It was that great of a school. I would. But they don't have that anymore. And I don't live in California anymore, so I'm not into it. But if that was possible, yeah.
And so, what would you do? What would you do if Mecklenburg Hard School, if someone built it here in Oregon? What would you do?
That's not gonna happen. There's a school in New Orleans that I've been aware of since I was 20 years old. That if I had a daughter, I would consider sending her there. And now I have you. Yeah, but the thing is, it's like a kindergarten through 12th grade school. And I've looked at it. Because it's a great alumni. They've got like I've got it. I didn't show it to you. There's this school in New Orleans. I bought a cookbook for that school when I was 20. And it's a great school. I won't send you there. I don't know. I would love to, because I looked at it within the past year or so, but that's a lot.
Is there any rumors about the school?
Oh, it's a beautiful school. It's just that, you'd be all the way in New Orleans, and you don't even know where that is.
True.
But I don't know. It's not. I'm not gonna do that. That was the dream that I had before I had you. And now that I have you, it's just a different sort of energy that I'm reading from you that I don't feel is something that we're gonna do. And that's okay, because it's a lot of money. It's a great deal of money. I can't even.
How much?
I don't remember. I can't even. So I'm not gonna do that. I would need. I don't even know. I can't even. So.
Was there ever a gymnastics event as a toddler in
California?
Yeah.
They had something across town, and I never did it because it was across town, and I needed money for other things, and the people, I didn't do it. And probably coulda, shoulda, woulda done it, because maybe they would have had, I don't know if they had something for you, but, and then other people in our lives at the time, I believe, wanted to help put you in classes, but then they didn't come through on that. So you just went to the park all the time, and you built up muscle. You just trained at the park. That's what you did.
I remember at the park, you said not to jump off the tree.
And you jumped out of the tree.
Yeah.
Luckily,
That tree was so high up.
they cut that tree down. They said
But why
it
was it?
died. The tree died. Yeah. Luckily, nothing ever happened.
And so, how did you get me into gymnastics?
How? I just.
Wait.
I know what.
Wait. So how did you find out about gymnastics when they were coming to Oregon?
It's always been in Oregon. No, a friend had. You were upset. You may not remember, and I was having a hard time getting you to ballet class because you wanted to do gymnastics, and you were just fighting. And I mentioned that on Facebook, and a friend had said, "Oh, I want my daughter to do this." And I said, "Oh," and I knew that it was going to be out of town, and she was going to help with the rides. But luckily, That didn't happen that way. And instead the gym came to us. And then that's how you did that class. And then friends who I will not name provided the tuition.
So then
And then, yeah, that's it.
So then how did you sign me up?
On my phone. Yep.
So then.
And when I was young, like 8, I knew about gymnastics, but I didn't know. My grandmother was probably not going to do that, so I don't know where it was. But I knew about this man in Texas. And I knew from the time you were like 3 years old. I'm like, oh my God, if I could just send her to Texas and be trained. But they don't have that one anymore because they retired. Bella retired. But boy, he would have whipped you into shape.
Was he nice?
Probably not. But, you know, whatever. He got them to the Olympics. I mean, and you don't even know what that means. You don't even know that is a possibility. I don't know what you're going to do. I mean, you're being coached now is fantastic. But I'm just saying that how I, growing up in the 80s and the level of showmanship from the 70s and 80s and through the 90s, like, my mercy from, oh gosh, 96, okay, 72? Well, from Nadia all the way through to the Dominiques and, 96. And I have been away from it, so I really don't know what's going on with Simone Biles. I don't know anything. Because by that, I heard the name, and for you, I'm going to have to figure it out and show you some stuff. But the ones that I knew from Romania, I know those people. And that group and the people associated with their coaching, God, that was hardcore. So you got it good. You're very lucky. You're very lucky because those people, they don't mess around. No. They're not messing around.
I have 2 nice coaches.
You really do.
And also,
Kinsey. Yeah, you sure do. You sure do.
He's a nice.
But coming from other countries,